Hi, folks. This is Jim, and I'm coming at you today because I've just been incensed by the recent uptick in the bait and switch that is certification and the demand for it. And the worst example that I've seen to date, and the biggest lie, the most blatant lie I've seen, has come from Google, of all places. Now, if you're an IT guy, what this poor guy is doing on his human hamster wheel is pretty much, that's your life. That's how it is these days. That's your value to the organization. If they could put a little power generator on the side of it, they would. But that said, let me get specific on what the problem is here, what I'm going on about. And it's this little thing right here. The Google IT Support Professional Certificate. Now, I have three primary problems with this. The first being my problem in general with certification programs, in that they're treated as the end-all be-all and somehow the indicator of someone's ability and intelligence. No, all they are is someone's indicative of somebody's ability to take a course. They don't necessarily tell you if that person knows anything. There was a big problem way back when it started, and this is part of what gets to me now. The bait and switch back in 25, 30 years ago when the certification ramp up started, that there were a whole rash of what I called paper certified people. And these were people who had a certificate and got hired and didn't know anything. And somebody who did know something that came in after them had to clean up after them and didn't make the same money that these people did with the cert. Okay, it's treated like an e-ticket. And this is the same philosophy Google is using right now. Look at the claims here. They're claiming $52,000 a year for an entry-level IT support person. All right? For the low price of $49 a month. Yeah. And they're claiming you need no tech experience or college degree. All right, folks. This leads to the second problem I have with it, in that Google is not the best source for IT training, especially in a support role. Think about it. When's the last time you had that you had any kind of real support from Google? Say, problem in YouTube, problem with the Google apps, your Gmail doesn't work. You write to support and you get some form letter response, and maybe a day later, a rash of excuses and double talk. You don't really get any help. And these are the people that are going to train you to be a support professional? I guess if all it takes to be a support professional is to ignore people and send form emails, then yeah, they're the greatest source for that. But I'll tell you this, in 25 years of time, I have never seen anything on any job description in any level of an IT organization that said they needed any kind of Google experience. And Google has been a major player. They've come up, cloud services and apps and that kind of thing. I've never seen somebody lose a job because they did not deal with Google apps. You know why? Because nobody deals with Google apps. They either work or they don't, nobody cares, and everybody knows it. So how can somebody who has such a poor record in support possibly train you to be good in an IT support role? Okay? It's a lie. The third thing is that, and that kind of goes to the second thing, it is a complete and total lie, and what they're citing as a source and what they're claiming an IT support role will pay is not accurate. Not in the least. Let me take you over here to Payscale.com. they're okay, but they're a much, more objective sampling of people's salaries. And look what the median is here for an IT support person. And remember, IT support is the lowest level of an IT organization. They are the trench workers. The median nationwide is $46,000, a full $6,000 less than Google is claiming you're going to make as somebody with no experience coming into the field fresh. You see how low these salaries go? 33,000 and 68. Well, if you're in 68, chances are that's Northern California or New York, if you're lucky to make that much. And let me tell you, if you live there, you know how much things cost, and you know damn well that's not a lot of money. Okay? Pay scales are proportionate to the area. And a lot of areas, that's not a lot of money. But I'm telling you right now, you're not going to make anywhere near that anyway. And if you want a more practical example, let's go to Indeed.com. Let's look at some jobs on Indeed.com. All right? Let's take a look at here. Here's a list of some. And just doing a real quick cursory look here, the people who actually have the balls to put the prices, 12 to 15 an hour. Now, this is the Metro Phoenix area, which is, Metro Phoenix is a city that's, this whole area which encompasses a number of different towns and cities. But you can see right here, since salary $16.73 an hour, that's high. You're talking an average of $25,000 to $30,000 a year for an IT tech support position. And they'll come under different names, junior admin, technical support, that kind of thing. They are all IT support. 12 to 15 an hour. 13 to 17 an hour. Let's look at some of these jobs. Let's look at this technology assistant. This is a $30,000 a year job. I know because I've contacted these people. And look what they want. Do you see Google anywhere in here? No. They want at least an associate's degree, 1 to 2 years of IT field experience. And guess what? They want you to drive your own car to their own office locations. Where does it say anything about mileage reimbursement? Where does it say anything about a car allowance? It ain't there. And you see a lot of this. Let's look at another one. Technical support, 13 to 17 an hour. We were looking at this. This is specifically a point of sale job, but this is an entry-level job, 13 to 17 an hour. Folks, that's about $25,000 to $31,000 a year. That's it. And that's before taxes, remember. And we're not talking about deductions for things like medical insurance. We're not talking about the cost just to get to this job. So, yeah. Let's look at this. PC tech. 12 to 15 an hour. Help desk support. And what do they want? A positive attitude, ability, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know what? This role is so low that maybe they'd look at the Google certification. If you're okay with 12 to 15 an hour, which if you have nothing is going to be 12. Folks, $12 an hour is lower than the minimum wage in a lot of states. Like, say, Washington State. $12 an hour is lower than some McDonald's employees get paid. Think about that for a minute. Okay, here's the deal. What's the answer to this? The answer is what the answer has always been, which is there are better sources than Google, and you don't have to buy into the bait and switch. Do some research about in your area and see what jobs are actually paying, and see what they require. For one thing, you're seeing a lot of a minimum of an associate's degree. That's a 2-year degree at a community college. Okay, that's fine. But while you're there, you could also maybe invest in, there's a lot of Cisco and Microsoft and that, there's a lot of sponsored programs in the community college system that will train you for a lot cheaper than what Google will or anyone else will. That'll give you some real hands-on experience and give you a good foundation so you can get a decent job. You're still going to come in at 12 to 15 an hour, but you're not going to be sitting on 70 grand worth of debt like I am. Other options other than that road, lynda.com. They've been around forever. Okay, a lot of good IT programs. They have a free trial. You could try it before you buy it. You could try that out. You know, you could go that route. itpro.tv. These guys are great. In fact, I will tell you that right off the bat, their free course, which is a total of 19 hours and 6 minutes. IT fundamentals will give you better information than Google could give you for $49 a month. Folks, don't buy into the bait and switch, because I'm telling you right now, it isn't worth it, and it's not going to pay. Get some real experience, get in with a good organization, and go in with your eyes wide open. Don't be this guy. Because this guy is doing an awful lot of walking and not getting anywhere. That's all I've got to say, folks. Just be aware, this is a new bait and switch. This is the 90s all over again. Don't fall for it. A lot of this is coming because the current administration is clamped down on immigration and work visas, and so now companies are having to go back to the old bait and switch and promise big salaries and big wonderful jobs that don't ever pan out. They just don't. I've been in this for 25 years. I know how the game is played. And what you're being sold is a bill of goods. Don't buy it. I'm out. Be wise, be aware, and be a little smarter. Talk to you later.